Now, what's wrong with our passing? We had -1 at the half. Nothing, at least for now. A.J. Brown 8. Hurts to Brown. Okay, now they get going. 38 yards. Remember, they got a lot of ladder to climb. Hurts to tight end Dallas Goedert to the house. The Eagles, the last team this year to have a touchdown pass. It just doesn't sound right, doesn't it? 26-14. Another Tushper's 4th and 1 at the LA 11, late third. First down, Philly. Second and goal now at the 9. Hurts, Brown. We got a ball game. It's 26-21. 9 minutes to go in the game. Joshua Carty, 36-yard field goal. Blocked by Jalen Carter. And so the Eagles special teams keeps the game at 5, 26-21. Now, Hurts, Brown had a huge game. Shakes a tackler, 23 yards. Fire up the cheesesteaks. Under 2 to go. 4th and goal from the 4. They got to have it. They do. The Slim Reaper, Devontae Smith, they don't get it to, but the Eagles lead.
Great timing play by the Eagles.
27-26 Philly. Stafford now. Puka Nacua, they couldn't stop him all day. What did he catch? 11. First down. Getting to field goal range. Carty kicked several long ones. Blocked! Again! Blocked! A 44-yarder. Jordan Davis not only blocks, look at the big fella run. He could go all the way. 336 pounds into the end zone.
Boom, he's 6'6". He lost 30 pounds in the offseason, and it shows on the run to the end zone. Outstanding play by Jordan Davis.
But they can say he lost 30 pounds on the play. My goodness, 2 blocked field goals is what the Eagles lean on. In addition to some tush pushes, in addition to the passing game waking up, the Rams played brilliantly, but not enough. Sal Paolantonio after the game, the intrepid one with Jordan Davis.
What a play to end the game, Jordan. Unbelievable. Tell me about it. What happened?
Just comes out to the basics, the details. We knew he was on short low. Just had to block it, get up there. I'm 6'6", for God's sake. I got to get my hands up. But I couldn't do it without a push of my brothers, man. Boys got to push. Ball on the ground, scoop and run.
Scoop and score, man. You ran the whole way.
Yeah, man. Speed never left. But, man, what a game, man.
It's tough. It's definitely tough. I mean, we put ourselves in a position to be comfortable in that game. You know, obviously the game isn't going to be, we weren't expecting to necessarily sustain that lead the entire time. Obviously that's the goal, but when you're in that position, you expect to capitalize. So it's definitely a little demoralizing.
All right, so, I mean, there's a lot of things to look at here. 26 final points scored by the Eagles. -1, as we said, passing at the half. The Rams, they sacked them quite a few times.
Yeah.
Barkley had under 50 yards in the game. The Rams had a big lead. But here's the thing. In Philly, the talk all week, even though they're 2-0 and even though they're 18-1, Booger, your passing game's not good enough. Well, they might have that, too, if needed.
Yeah, no doubt, boy. And when you look at this game, it was the tale of two halves. In the first half, the Rams dominated, and they moved the ball up and down the field. But when they got in the red zone, they stalled out. And instead of touchdowns, they had to kick field goals. And so they had a sizable lead. It left the door open a little bit. And in the second half, the Eagles said, you know what? We got this guy named A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith, these 2 wide receivers, and they started to throw the football down the field. And it was the Hurts connection with those wide receivers, mainly A.J. Brown, that led this comeback, because in the second half, the passing game became alive. They left it open. And in the end, we remembered again, there are 3 phases of every game: offense, defense, and special teams. And to see what Jordan Davis and Jalen Carter, because he blocked the field goal also, to see what those 2 guys did when they blocked the field goal, it showed you the heart of a champion.
I know we want to go back to the Rams here, but one thing we should say is, at some point, will people just realize, I understand he plays for a really good team.
Yeah.
I understand in college he played for a really good team. I'm talking about Jalen Hurts.
Yes.
He wins games.
Yeah.
He wins games. The drive was a 91-yard drive, 17 play. My point is, patient, not panic, and it paid off.
He's phenomenal, Boom, and a lot of the times we don't associate him with the great quarterbacks because he does it in a different way. Yes, he can throw the football, but he also uses his legs and runs the football. And so he does whatever the game is needed to win the game. And I think people have to understand it's not going to look like Brady or Manning or Roethlisberger. It's going to look a little bit different, and he's doing it in his own way. And he's one of the top 10 quarterbacks in our league.
Look, the Rams came in the playoffs and almost beat Philly in the snow. They came in on this day and almost beat Philly. They're right there. They're not happy on that plane ride home, but we're not doubting them, are we?
The Rams thought they should have won last year. They thought they should have won today, and I think they leave this game knowing they are right there with the elite teams in the NFC. When you talk about the Packers, the Lions, the Eagles, the Rams are right there in that category. But when you get in that, when you get it amongst those in the high cotton, you got to be on the details just a little bit more. And today they were not on the details, especially on the red zone early on.
Well, so the Rams come in with their first loss. The Eagles now stay undefeated at 3-0. You mentioned some of the teams. Green Bay and Tampa Bay, both 2-0. How would they fare? Packers' first road game. Jordan Love, they're at the Browns, so they figure they don't need a lot of points, although Cleveland brings the defense. If you don't believe me, watch this. Alex Wright, goodbye. Love is down. Green Bay offense struggling. 3rd and 22, and they're not done, the Browns. Myles Garrett, Aiden Huntington, 3 sacks in the first half.
Myles Garrett, Defensive Player of the Year last year, and he's well on his way to a good start this season.
3-0 Green Bay at the half, third quarter. Love to Josh Jacobs. Okay, here come the Packers now. Really nice developing screen. Big play for the Pack. 3rd and 7 down to the 19. Love to Dontavian Wicks, who lights it up for 16 yards in the red zone. 3rd and goal from the 3. Couple plays later. Love, the little, am I going to run? No. Am I going to? There it is. Little flick to John Fitzpatrick. 10-0. Cleveland offensively challenged. Green Bay's got a good defense. It's 10-3 under 4 minutes to go in the game. But for the first time in 10 games, a pick thrown by Love. Grant Delpit, I guess Love couldn't delp it. And so the Browns defense has them in good shape. 25-yard return, and then the rookie almost had 100 yards in this game. Quinshon Judkins. Browns? We're tied at 10.
Missed all of training camp. Boom, now he's come in. He's running the ball well for the Browns.
Under 3 minutes, the Pack certainly going to pull it out, right? Love to Tucker Kraft. Little tight end flip. Whee! 18 yards, field goal range. Brandon McManus, 43-yard attempt. The kick is up, and this is blocked. It's blocked by Shelby Harris. Greg Newsome II does the job. Special teams.
Again, special teams being critical. I love the effort and the layout. Coming off the corner, boom, makes him rush the kick inside. They blocked it.
My goodness, 12 seconds to go in the game. Joe Flacco, David Njoku, 8 yards. Cleveland. Remember, Andre Schmidt had a rough first game. They could have beat the Bengals. They didn't this time. 55 yards. It's no problem. Schmidt delivers, and the Browns upset the Packers 13-10. Give Kevin Stefanski credit. He backed the kicker after the first game, however, said, but those are the type of kicks we expect to make. Stayed with him. He delivered. Matt LaFleur, a surprise loss.
I don't think it was lack of mindset. I really don't. I think it was just we as coaches got to do a better job of putting our guys in better positions, and then ultimately we got to go out there and execute whatever it is we're asking these guys to do.
Now, the Bucs, 50 years ago, first game they wore these, the white creamsicles with Bucko Bruce. What, they had like 100 of the great Bucs back?
A lot of them back. Those uniforms so pretty.
You would have been there. We would have given you the day off, but Emeka Peek-Abuka from Baker Mayfield. They're at home against the Jets. Look, Ma, one hand.
His receiving skills, boom, as a rookie are already refined.
30-yard game. Baker Mayfield to Mike Evans. I tell you what, the Bucs 2-0, looking to beat the Jets up 10-6. Tyrod Taylor starting for the concussed Justin Fields. Antoine Winfield Jr. knocks the ball loose. Vita Vea, the big guy. He's on it. Field goal, Tampa Bay 13-6. Taylor under pressure, intended for Garrett Wilson. Jamel Dean, he could go all the way. Fitting, Bucs defense touchdown.
No doubt. Pressure on Taylor. Dean jumps to pick, touchdown, Bucs.
Row your boat. Look at the big guy at the bow. I'm sure the boat could go over.
I know they want him at the back.
Yeah, they do a little